Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Talladega Super Speedway for round number 2 of the Racers Elite Truck Series, right here on the Racers Elite Network. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth alongside me, my good friend Andrew Teft, and of course, the man behind the cams is going to be Christian Hill once again, giving us all of these absolutely gorgeous views that you will get to see here today. These drivers are ready to take this 2.66 mile speedway for 75 laps for round number 2. And we are in for an absolute treat here, ladies and gentlemen. But before we move on, let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule. Next week, we are heading to Kentucky Speedway for those wide sweeping corners. And then we're going to bring it back to a little bit tighter racing over at Rockingham Speedway. Probably one of the most races this schedule that I'm actually looking forward to the most is going to be right at Rockingham. And then Dover Motor Speedway over to the road course of Sonoma. And then back out to Auto Club Speedway to close out March. So we have a lot of really great racing coming up before we head into our chase and the season finale leading up to Homestead. So we are in for an absolute treat. Today we are at Talladega Super Speedway. This 2.66 mile track has bankings in these corners of about 34 to 36 degree banking. This track was built to contend against Daytona, and it is the largest super speedway that we have on our schedule. Built back in June of '97, this track always puts on a phenomenal show, especially here with the trucks. And we are getting ready here to close up our qualifying. Andrew, do you want to go ahead and walk us through our race analysis and our weather for today?
Yeah, sure. Just waiting for my little graphic here. It's all good.
I kind of changed it up on Christian.
Thanks, Christian. Let's see. We're going to be racing for about 75 laps today. These guys have 5 sets of tires, including the set that they start with. Fuel is at 100%, which is a change for this season. Trying to allow for some more pack racing and less pit stops. And we've got up to 3 Green-White-Checkered attempts tonight. Air temp is about 77. Track temp is about 121. We're under partly cloudy skies with basically no wind. And, no chance of rain, obviously. But, yeah, here it's kind of just, full throttle and hang on and just that 190 mile an hour chess match. So not a lot of lines to talk about or anything like that. Just all drafting and mastering that.
Yeah, definitely. With this hot track temperature, what are you anticipating that's going to happen with that outside lane?
Well, since the update for my racing, the top and the middle lanes, when they're 3 wide, have been very strong, and you can kind of get boxed in on the inside. It's like the inside doesn't really ever get cleared. You just kind of get stuck down there. It's hard to get out unless you push somebody 4 wide. But yeah, just looking to see how that kind of plays in tonight. We've got enough trucks tonight for some 3 wide racing, so I'm excited for that.
3 wide races, always exciting here at Talladega. And as you mentioned, there's a possibility these guys can run 4 wide. It'll be a little bit on the tighter side at that point. But man, let me tell you what, once they do go 4 wide, it's an absolute spectacle. And we're really super excited to get things underway as we have just about 50 seconds left remaining here in qualifying before we head over into the race session itself. Who are you going to keep your eye on here today at Talladega?
Tough question. I was just talking to my brother. He says he's going to try to hang in the top 3 all day. So I guess the strategy is to, stay up front and out of trouble. Is Kensley in the field tonight? Yes, he is. I'm gonna go with Mr. Kensley Smith in the 15.
Kensley Smith, always a good choice there. But I'm going to be keeping my eye on the birthday boy in the number 55, Truth Hoke. Happy birthday, Truth. And, well, I'm rooting for you out here today. So that's who I'm going to go with.
Truth's looking like he's got a pretty good starting position. Kensley, my pick, looks like he's starting last, but that's pretty typical for him. Just tries to kind of stay out of trouble early.
Oh, yeah. There's what I've noticed with these super speedway races while these guys are getting lined up down on the pit road at the moment, is you have your normal Sean Dunaway, Kensley, he's back there, Curtis Ecker, he's back there, Barry Nelson. It's a hit or miss if he ever qualifies, but you always have a good handful, including yourself, that won't qualify at these restrictor plates and always find a way to be in the top 10 by the end of this thing. And let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup for today's race here at Talladega. Starting on the pole is going to be that number 77 of Alex Gates, to his outside, the 86 of Kyle Hess. Row number 2, you got the 53 of Joe Bonner, and he's going to be joined by Brandon Biddy in that number 22 machine. Row number 3, Brett Bray and Steve Sizemore will make up that row 3. Row number 4, you got Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine, and Patrick Millett to his outside in the number 14. Row number 5, Matthew Miles in that number 29 machine, and he'll be joined by Truth Hoke in the number 55. Row number 6, you got Chris Gotzel in his number 707 machine, and he'll be joined by Aaron Roth in his number 57. Row number 7, Rowan Lloyd in the number 61 machine, and he'll be joined by Frank Chavez in that number 23. Row number 8, you see Blair Holloman in that number 32 machine. He'll be joined by Brandon Sanfilippo in the 12. Row number 9, Kirby Wayne Scott will be joined by Alan Wild in his number 33 machine.
Might be stuck here. Bear with us one moment.
Well, I'll go ahead and continue this out. Mikey Allen, he'll be starting 19th, followed by Jonathan Stidham. Timothy Eisburn and Alex Teft will make up row number 11. Row number 12, Philip Archibald and Brandon Zimmerman. Row number 13, you got Barry Nelson and Mike Fudge. Row 14, Jack Kelly and Sean Dunaway. Kensley Smith and Steve Castle will make up row number 15. And rounding out our field is going to be the number 8 of Curtis Ecker. Give us just a moment here while we take a look at what's happening. Alright, as we do see the trucks rolling here through turns 3 and 4, get ready to go green flag this time. Alright, Christian is working his magic in the background, but the field is coming into the trioval Remember, the start finish line is all the way past the tribal, so these trucks have to keep pace speed until they get to the green flag here. And we are green flag here at Talladega for round number 2 of the Racer Elite Tuesday Night Truck Series. As you see, Alex Gates and Kyle Hess, they're going to run side by side up here into turn number 1 and 2. Right now, Alex Gates, he will take advantage and get away with the race lead, while that outside lane tries to determine on how well they're going to get themselves put together. But as of right now, they're kind of stalled out right about that third spot next to Brett Bray on the inside there. And here they come up here through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Now these trucks are still trying to get fully up to speed, and now they will come rocketing down the front straightaway for the first time. That inside lane propelling themselves forward. And now, who is that on the inside? Right behind Stephen Luttrell, I believe that's going to be Matt Miles in that number 29 machine. Yeah, Matthew Miles in the number 29. I believe he is a rookie here to Racers Elite, but he's shown very true promising so far the few times that I have seen him.
I'm afraid to jinx it, but things are looking pretty orderly so far. Starting to see a third line forming toward the back. A few of these guys may just be looking to bail out here and ride in the back somewhere. Kind of see them navigating toward the back of the pack.
Yeah, back there, I was going to say Alex Teft, he's back there trying to get himself out of trouble, but he's kind of getting back up to the group in front of him. But yeah, so far everybody's just staying double wide here up through the entire field. And as you see, Kyle Hess on that outside, he's trying to make something happen. Getting some good love taps there from Brandon Biddy, that number 22 machine. And this is something that these guys have really started working themselves on the most with these restrictor plate races is, they've been keeping themselves calm and cool and collected for the first half of the race. So with them seeing them like this doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
And these trucks are a lot of fun, so they're pretty stable for the most part. Makes this 3-wide racing that we're about to see a lot of fun. It's not as terrifying as the other cars.
As you see, the 4 trucks jump there to the outside lane, and it's going to be led by that number 22 of Brandon Biddy, as he's got help from Patrick Millette right behind him in Truth Hope, and the 57 of Aaron Roth working the outside there as they work their way around Kyle Hess. Brandon Biddy and the 14 of Patrick Millette, they go ahead and jump down in front of Hess, and that kind of stalled out that momentum on the outside there. And now you see Truth Oak, he's able to get down as well. So now we're back to 2-wide racing up here in the front, as we see that middle lane now just surging on the outside there. Now working up onto the 5th place there of Matt Miles, and they're still have a good head of steam here heading into turn number 3. Now they're up next to Stephen Luttrell now. And then that's where they'll stall out for the moment, but everybody's back 2 wide. But Kyle Hess, he jumps on the outside. He's decided to fall all the way back to the back of the field here as they cross over the start-finish line here once again to start lap number 6. Everything's pretty much just stalled itself out. Again, everybody's really minding their P's and Q's at the moment. And that's exactly the kind of racing that we like to see. Except, of course, you see Alex Teft and that 15 machine of Kensley Smith start making their way up through that top side, which is no surprise. Oh, that zero.
Ball contact there.
Yeah, Steve Sizemore wanted to jump up in front of Alex, and that caused Alex to get up into the wall just a little bit. But now he's got himself hooked up with Sizemore, and you know, these are three of the drivers that are always finding their way to each other, and it just absolutely works out for them.
I think Sizemore's out for a little bit of redemption tonight. Friday he had the win, but post-race there was a penalty due to changing lanes before the start-finish line on the last couple of restarts, and unfortunately it got rescinded. So I'm sure he'd love to come back out here and get another one, put it in the past.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely one of the hardest things. You know, you get that race win, and then they go, sorry, well, you messed up, and then you're kicking yourself in the butt till you get back out. So, but here he is. You know, he's slowly making his way up to that ninth spot at the moment, as he's on the outside of Frank Chavez and Steven Luttrell, as they continue to make that outside lane work like perfectly. This is the best I've seen this outside lane work in a very long time here at Talladega, and that's probably thanks to that high temperature on the racetrack at the moment, as you see him continuing to make his way up to that fourth spot as he's working the outside of Truth Hoke. Oh, as now they're contending for the race lead here. Joe Bonner, current race leader, but here comes Steve Sizemore. He is going to lead this lap here at Talladega, and now he's completely out front. Is he going to keep Alex Teft behind him, or is he going to abandon? But as of right now, he's staying with Alex Teft. No, he's going to go ahead and jump down in front of Bonner to take over that race lead. And now here comes that 43 of Alex Teft. He's got a good strong push here from Kensley Smith. Kensley Smith all the way back from pretty much dead last. He's now up here in the top 5 on lap number 9. So really great drive out of that number 15 machine, but no surprise whatsoever though, as he is a very good restrictor plate racing driver here. Kind of stalled out there on the exit of turn 4 into the tri-oval here, using that side draft. A little squirrely there, but he was able to hold on to it. You know, one driver I want to point out is Patrick Millett in that number 14. You know, we were able to watch him grow this last season, and as a driver here in Racers Elite, he has really came to his own. And you know, we just continue to watch Patrick get faster and faster every single race. And I'm really excited to see what Patrick can do this season here in the trucks.
Pretty neat color scheme. Yeah, this upper lane's kind of falling apart, but we'll see it reform here shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely that outside lane has stalled out a little bit.
It kind of does well, and then some guys will drop down after they've, you know, breached the front of the pack, and sometimes it'll lose some momentum and just have to be reformed again. I'm not seeing that now. Third lane's forming again.
Yeah, Truth Hoke out on that outside lane trying to make something happen, but not able to do anything with it just yet. As we take a look here at, I believe that's Brandon Biddy in that 22. He's on the outside getting a good push here from Alex Teft. He's still trying to make something happen in that middle lane, but they're kind of just stalled out at the moment, as they're not really, well, now they're starting to make some headway here.
You kind of have to plan your attacks also because of the temperatures. These guys are pushing so hard that they're not getting air to the front of their trucks, and their engine doesn't cool. So you get to a point where it gets so hot that you got to slow down and get some air to the front of your truck, and move over or get out of line slightly. So when they're making this run, they really want to do it quickly and get down and get back to taking it easy on the engine.
Yeah, these guys definitely know how to keep their engines cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen somebody blow their engine here in Racers Elite for the amount of time I've been with you guys, due to pushing. But there's other leagues out there that I've been, broadcasting for, that they usually have at least one person blow up because of them pushing too hard and not keeping an eye on that temperature. But these guys are really good about that, and their communication is absolutely fabulous. And sometimes I'll listen in and they're like, all right, I gotta stop pushing, gotta get some air here. Or they're gonna say, hey, I'm sticking out to the right hand side a little bit to cool off. And everybody is so mindful of that. They're like, all right, no problem, we got you.
Saw a little contact between the 10 and the 57, but everybody kept it straight. I don't see any damage.
Yeah, trying to get a little too much out of that draft. As we take a look here at Truth Hope, a big happy birthday, absolutely, from us here at Racers Elite Network. Truth Hope trying to gain his way back towards the front here. He has fallen back to that 16th spot since we've gone green flag racing. But Truth Hope, he'll be back up here at the front by the end of this. He's another one of those drivers that kind of just relaxes throughout the race, and then he likes to also make a big move at the end as well to get back up towards the front. So don't let that 16th spot fool you at the moment. As you see Kirby Wainscott jump out of the line there, he's going to fall himself all the way to the back here. What is our pit stop window for today's race?
That's a good question. It's normally about 23, but we did make a fuel capacity adjustment this season, so I'm going to run some math and I'll get back to you on that.
As we see that third lane starting to form once again, being led by that 15 of Kensley Smith, as he's got help from that 33 machine.
My math is saying about 35. You would need to go to about 37 to make it to halfway.
Okay. Who is in the 33?
That would be
There is Alan Wild. Yeah, so Alan Wild, he's up there with Kensley Smith, Truth Hope, and the 22 of Brandon Biddy. He's also up on that outside lane. Kensley Smith, he's going to ditch the outside lane, jump down. And now Biddy and Wild will join him, leaving Truth Hope all to his lonesome self on the outside, as he starts to get freight trained on the inside here. But Truth Hope trying to slow down that momentum of the inside lane using that side draft, but to no avail. And he's going to have to drop down back behind that number 96 of Barry Nelson.
Got a group of about four trucks at risk of losing the draft here. They're right on the verge. I think they may have gone too far, but with these guys racing up here, that'll help them.
Yeah, so Curtis Eckers, Steve Castle, Philip Archibald, and Mike Fudge, they're all back here. But Kyle Hess, Brandon Zimmerman, they all, both of those drivers did completely lose the draft. So Zimmerman's now heading out of turn number 2 as you see the pack here coming up on turn number 1 now. So he'll probably be going a lap down probably here within the next 5 to 7 laps. As we continue to see that outside lane try to work, and it's being led by Kensley Smith. And Kensley Smith, he's getting a really, really good push there by that number 22 of Brandon Biddy, as he is going to take the point for the moment. That inside lane is getting their resurgence now out of turn number 4.
It'll be about halfway through this fuel run.
Yeah. Alright, so Kensley Smith, he will lead this lap. It only took him 18 laps to get from last to first. Really, really good run there. That third lane on the outside there has kind of slowed or made the middle of the pack there kind of look funky as they come down the back straightaway. But here comes that number 12 machine now, Brandon Sanfilippo. He's hanging strong on the outside. Really good push there out of that, I believe it's the 12 machine out with him there. Or is that Wild? No, that's going to be that's going to be Blair Holloman with him.
It's a pretty big block to the outside there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which truck that is.
It's all the way on the outside. Yeah, that's going
24?
It's the company 22 of Brandon Biddy.
Ah. It was in the middle and went to the top side. Might have been a little bit close.
Yeah. Oh, look at those 3 trucks just absolutely fall back now, as they got very, very separated there. But here comes that number 33. He's having a good surge towards the front now. Those two trucks on the very outside there of the 12 machine of Sanfilippo and Brandon Biddy and that number 22. They have to go ahead and get back down in line as they fall all the way back to 18th. So that third lane kind of isn't working at the moment. But we still see 3 drivers now trying to make it work on the outside.
It kind of needs people to join the third lane from the rear. Anybody that pulls in front of it tends to kill it. Every once in a while you get lucky and you're leading the third lane and nobody pulls in front of you, and it just keeps hauling right to the front. But it's difficult to keep it moving when you've got somebody will pull out a line in front of you, and suddenly they're just driving into a wall of air, and they're pretty slow. And it's tough to get them up to speed and maintain any kind of momentum.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to point out we were 3 wide for the race lead for a moment, but now that inside lane, they're going to go 4 wide up here in turns 1 and 2. As you see that 57 of Aaron Roth, he's going to start falling back. He's able to get up in front of, who is that? I believe that might be the...
Alex Gates, maybe?
Yeah, I believe that might be Alex Gates there.
I think Alex kind of a good break there.
Yep, that's Alex Gates in that number 77 machine. As they now going to stall out, and they're going to start falling back towards the back. But taking the lead now is going to be that number 96 of Barrow Drill.
Got turned.
Hold on to it. There it is. But I believe we're going to stay green
Yeah, I think everybody kept going straight, but Alex Gates got momentarily turned.
Yeah, Mikey Allen in that 67. I think he was the worst off in this whole incident here on the front straightaway. So he's lost the field as we have more movement. Oh, we have trouble up here in turns 1 and 2, and caution will fly.
They're actually off the nose of the 43 for Alex. So it's Alex on Alex.
Yep. Blair Holloman, he's facing the wrong way at the moment. Brandon Biddy, he's having issues. So we're going to come up here and see. Yeah, the 77 got turned off of the front end of Alex Theft, and just a big checkup on the inside caused the 67 of Mikey Allen to go sliding on the front straightaway here. And he got off the nose off of. Why am I drawing up a blank here? Of Timothy Eisburn. Now that's 707 once again getting involved in something that wasn't his fault.
This thing was pretty far gone, but he kept it going.
Yeah.
Um,
And then we'll take another look at it right here. Look at this big, massive checkup right here. As you see, Mikey Allen have nowhere to go, and he gets driven into by Timothy Eisberg. And then a little bit after this, we had another pileup that brought out our caution.
yeah, this actually didn't trigger a yellow, but his contact on the backstretch did between the 15 and the 08.
Yeah, heading up into turn 3. As you see, Blair Holloman involved here.
I believe we went 4 wide momentarily, and not sure if Steve was aware.
Yeah.
May have drifted up a hair.
Yeah, once you get up into that outside wall, sometimes it's very hard to get off of it. Oh, look at the 99 just come flying and plowing in there. Philip Archibald. Steve Sizemore in the 08 machine got up into the wall and just wasn't able. He was able to get off the wall, but by that time everybody was coming and they all had to check up. So, so the 22 got involved. The 29. As we see everybody coming down pit road now.
I don't think Hensley misjudged trying to get back in line there and just kind of turned him, but I don't understand turning down the track there unless he was just out of control from the damage. I probably would have tried to stay against the wall until everybody went by. That's how quickly things changed at Talladega, though.
Yeah.
From the front to pit road very quickly.
So our race control, Chantel Pottle, she deemed the incident was on Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. So he's going to have to drop to the rear of the field and work his way up through the field once again, which is pretty much no sweat for him. But now he's just got to keep himself clean once again all the way up through the field.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional or anything. He's just, try to stick your nose out to get a little air to cool the engine, and sometimes you're just out of line. You think you can tuck back in, and just a fraction of an inch off, and accidentally hook somebody.
I can confirm that I have done that a couple times.
Oh yeah, myself too. Yeah, they look like they're going straight, but they're actually bobbing and weaving quite a bit. So just just mess up once in a while.
Yeah, I'll let them know I'm just sticking my nose out to get some air, and now I'm going to go ahead and, get myself set up for the corner, so that we can keep our momentum. I always tuck in right behind them in the corner. And let me tell you what, sometimes it's just not clear. And they go to the outside, they're like, what the hell, man? I'm like, look, sorry. It wasn't my fault. Okay, well, it was my fault, but I didn't mean to.
And it's also a spot where if he doesn't get in that hole, he might go all the way to the end, because everybody was lined up there. So
yeah.
Sometimes you kind of wiggle, and somebody will briefly get underneath you, and if they're nice, they'll let you back in. But
yeah, for sure. So we are gonna go green flag with 48 laps to go, I believe. So these guys will still need to make at least one more pit stop. And right now, Joe Bonner and Patrick Millett, they look very good on that front row at the moment.
And Philip Archibald with a black flag of some sort. I believe it's a meatball for damage. Just taking a look at our incident counter. Got a couple guys up to 8 incident points. There's a 21 limit tonight, so gotta be careful about how many times you make contact with things, obviously.
Yeah.
We're a little bit far for these guys to make it to the end on fuel, so everybody's still gonna need one stop. Likely just a splash and go, because tires are not important here.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. All right, Nancy Hoke says, hello all, good luck. Sizemore, mom's watching from Ohio, and we are back green flag racing here at Talladega. Joe Bonner out to a really good restart there, and he's going to jump up in front of the 14 of Patrick Millett, and he's going to bring Patrick Millett back up to speed, and now he's going to go back down and slow down that 42, Jonathan Stidham. We didn't really talk about that Mercatees.com driver just yet. He's holding strong on that inside.
A little bit of tandem drafting out front here with Jonathan Stidham and Joseph Boehner. Don't want to get out to too much of a lead though, because these guys are going to have quite a run behind them. Could cause a checkup in the field, or these guys can kind of just turn around them if they've got enough of a run.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Oh, John's a little out of line here. I think Steve cut him a break. John's another recent winner at these plate races. See Philip up against the wall here, about to be lapped. Looks like his truck's back in good shape though.
Yeah. And Patrick Millett, he's now looking for the race lead here on the outside. Getting a really good push here by Hook.
Yeah, these guys are starting to go 3 wide in the back. We're approaching Phil, so they may have to kind of yield here and get back to 2, or it might be 4 briefly.
Yeah, definitely going to be very interesting to see, as that third lane on the outside has absolutely nowhere to go. So 2 of them found their way to the inside, and it looks like Kensley Smith, he's going to be stuck on that outside lane right behind Philip Hart. Oh, trouble behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, 5 cars involved.
Chavez. I think he just got. Seems like somebody just got briefly out of line and kind of rear-ended him again. This is Frank Chavez in the 23. Just finding a good view for you all.
Yeah, Yep, that 57 of Aaron Roth, he did end up getting a meatball in this incident. Oh, it looked like the 23 got down onto the apron. And that just shot him. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, pretty big accordion in front of him. It seemed like there was a decent checkup.
Oh, absolutely nowhere for that 57 to go.
I think the rest of the trucks kind of picked up on the checkup and lifted, and Tim, he was just the final victim of the accordion, I guess. Sometimes it just gets worse the further you go back.
Yeah, let's take a look here from San Filippo. Sees the incident happen out in front of him, and he's backing it down. The 23. Whoa, Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, I think I need to go change my underwear because I was not expecting that. Whoa. That is as close as you can get of being in it without being in it.
We got a large piece of that also, unfortunately. So that's some repairs to make. Just wrong place, wrong time. We are, let's see, this is lap, does that say 36? Lap 30, kind of small on my screen, sorry. Yeah, lap 30, so about 45 laps. It seems a little far still to make it on fuel. But the more these guys can pack their tank with fuel, the shorter their last pit stop will be.
Yep.
Just saw some more contact with another checkup on pit road with the 10. So
Man, Kirby Wainscott's just not catching the break here today so far.
I'm trying to see how we're doing picks wise, Mike. I think Kensley's around 19th, but probably still updating the ticker because of pitting. I believe your pick was Truth,
Yep.
the birthday guy.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Truth, by the way.
Now I'm showing him currently up in that 8th spot. Yeah, so Truth Hope, he's been able to keep himself out of trouble here today. Doing a great job in that Miller High Life. And race control determined that the incident was a racing deal. There was a big checkup on the bottom lane. So definitely a really good call there, Andrew.
Yeah, it's easy to say, Tim, pay attention, but sometimes the accordions just get worse. The more cars are involved, and somebody just randomly will get killed 10 cars back. Doesn't seem like much when you're, near the start of it. We're coming to the 1 to go here. Trucks will start doubling up. Never out of this thing. We're still getting halfway here, so.
Yeah, we still got a very long way to go here at Talladega. But right now, Joe Bonner, Patrick Millett, they will lead the field to the green flag when we get back around. Matt Miles and Jonathan Stidham will be up, making up row 2. Stephen Luttrell and Brett Bray will make up row number 3. Chris Gotzel, Truth Hope will make up row 4. And Alex Teft and Barry Nelson will make up row 5. I'm still trying to get used to seeing Barry Nelson in the number 96 machine because the last couple of seasons I've been here, he's always been in that number 28 machine. So it's definitely very weird seeing him in a different number.
Pretty long pace laps here at Talladega.
Yeah.
We are near the fuel window. I mean, if there's enough yellows, these guys would be able to stretch it because you don't use as much under yellow. But still on the very far end of the fuel strategy, I think. It's probably ambitious to think there'd be no more yellows until the end of this thing. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, back on, what was it? Friday, we almost went, flag to flag without a caution, I think it was.
Yeah, that was pretty green.
Yeah, really, really great racing. I really enjoyed it. But Joe Bonner, Patrick Millett will bring the field back to the green flag. Bonner out with a good jump there once again. And Millett, he will go ahead and sneak his way to the bottom. And Jonathan Stidham, he's gone ahead and ducked out. And he's going to start falling all the way to the back here. Not exactly sure the plan here, but he's going to be very interesting to see if he can keep pace here coming out of turn number 2.
I don't see any penalties or anything. Sometimes you'll do that just to not get run over if you have to come down to serve a penalty. But maybe he just wants to play it safe still. It is still pretty early.
Yeah. Absolutely love this shot coming through turns 3 and 4. As you see that number 6 of Brett Bray all over the back bumper of Alex Teft, as we have Patrick Millett coming down pit road in that number 14 machine. Yes, he does have a black flag, so that means he probably jumped the start, or he moved lanes before the start-finish line.
Just taking a look at that right now. It's normally a change lanes kind of penalty, but see what happens here. Yeah, he tucked down to the inside before the start finish. This place will get you because the start finish is kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
There's a rule that you need to stay in your line unless something crazy happens where you've got to avoid an accident until you get to the start finish line.
And yeah, definitely unfortunate there. But now we've got 3 lanes. Oh, trouble here on the front straightaway. Truth Hook is around. Kensley Smith here is involved as well. The number 12, Brandon Sanfilippo, he's involved as well. But it looks like, yeah, Kensley Smith, he's finally getting his truck turned back around along with Brandon Sanfilippo. Truth Hook, he was involved here as well. It sucks for these guys, but it is a definitely going to be a relief for that Patrick Millett, driver of that 14 truck. And let's take a look here, see what it happened down below the camera. But the 55 got turned off to 96.
Yeah, there's a check up in front of Truth, and Truth checks up, but Barry just continues driving, and almost seems like he tries to force the middle there. But they're teammates, so it's kind of a friendly fire situation. I'm sure none of them meant it.
Yeah. So you see Alex Teft there leading that outside lane. Yeah, there was just a big check up there with the 6, and that's just all she wrote from there. And
May have been trying to left there also.
Yeah, my pick goes up and hits your pick, and then Hope just comes back down across, and He collects Brandon Sanfilippo and the, what is that, the 50? No, that's the 96 of
Yes, this one's being placed on the 55. He wasn't clear to come down. Asbury did fill the hole there. I just don't think Truth was expecting it. We are near that magic number where we could start making it to the end without stopping. Any kind of yellow would just help. Just keep staying out.
Truth looks like he missed his pit stop or pit stall there, so he had to back up.
Everybody's still looking pretty good on instant points. Got a couple guys that are up to 8, but plenty of room left.
Yeah, how are you seeing that how many instant points everybody has?
It's on the entry screen near the results screen. It's like a different tab where it shows people's ping and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me. It just has a dash in it. Oh.
I could make you an admin.
Yes. Now I'm going to start throwing cautions at the last second just to piss people. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Excuse people chasing you with pitchforks.
Yes. It's my dream, Andrew. It's my dream. No, I'm not like that. So we do have a couple drivers coming back down onto pit road to possibly just top off on fuel here. Looks like Alex Gates, he's come down. Sanfilippo, Millett, Hoke, Nelson, Zimmerman, Wayne Scott. They all come down just to get final touches up here on fuel. All right, Joe Bonner, Matt Miles will be on the front row here for this restart. Chris Gotzel in that 707, he'll start third. And to his outside, Steve Sizemore, Blair Holloman, and Stephen Luttrell will make up the top 3. And look who's made his way up into the top 7. Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 machine, your season champion from last season.
Yeah, Sean's just got away and minding his business and showing up at the end.
Yeah, he's one of those drivers that just, he doesn't do anything until it's time.
Picks his strategy, he runs his strategy, races his race, and he's still fast when he needs to be too.
Yeah. Definitely deserved the championship last season. You know, and let's also remind our viewers, last season in the final race, we had 5 trucks that was in contention to bring home the championship last season. I am super stoked to get down to Homestead in May, I think it is.
Yeah,
because let me tell you what. If last season it says anything about this season, I'm ready. All right, Joe Bonner, Matt Miles will bring the field through the tri-oval. And we are going to get ready to go green flag racing once again. Green flag is out. Joe Bonner out to a good jump here. Nobody's changed lanes that time. And now Joe Bonner, he's going to go up, pick up Matt Miles on that outside lane, go ahead and come back down in front of Chris Gotzel, and he's going to drift back up in front of Matt Miles. And that's how you control the field here on a restart, to make sure that you stay out front. But here comes Matt Miles getting one heck of a push from Sizemore in that 08 machine, coming down the back straightaway. And right behind them, they have Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. Matt Miles, he's going to get pushed down to the inside, barely makes it in front of Bonner. But now Steve Sizemore, he's looking for the race lead on the exit of turn number 2. And he's getting a good push here from that 36 to Stephen Luttrell. They will go ahead and clear Miles as they will come across the start-finish line. Steve Sizemore will lead this lap. And now Stephen Luttrell, he ditches Steve Sizemore on the outside. Alex Teft, he's going to pick up Sizemore. And now he's going to push Sizemore towards the front of this field.
Battle of the Steves.
Yeah. All right, Alex Teft is able to push Sizemore out front, but he's going to push Sizemore out of his way. He's going to go back up in front of Ecker in that 8 machine. And now they're going to work that outside lane, get a good head of steam here down the front straightaway. Kind of stalled out just a little bit there. And come into the start-finish line. And I believe Alex Teft, he will lead this lap. You know, Matt Miles.
Chicken Coop Racing teammate right behind him. It's Curtis Ecker in the 8.
Yeah, I was about to say Matt Miles in that number 29 machine. Well, he was just out front, 2.66 miles ago. But now he's all the way back to that 6th spot. That's how quick things change here at Talladega. You could be leading, and then next thing you know, you're back in 20th. All right, so it seems like Steve Sizemore, Stephen Luttrell, they will bring it first, second across the line to begin lap number 41 of today's race. We're itching
more 3-wide action.
Yeah, we're itching closer and closer to our 30 laps to go mark here in just about 5 laps.
We started this race with 31 trucks, and everybody's still racing. There's only 2 that are a lap down, and a couple that have kind of lost the draft, but are still in the lead lap.
I just realized. Kensley Smith and John Stidham, they're both 1 lap down. Interesting.
Sometimes you'll see those lucky dog battles initiate this 3-wide racing too. So
that is true. I think
John are both going to want that, obviously, and these guys might want to run 2 wide, but you got to pass your lucky dog, contender, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to go somewhere, make it 3 wide.
All right, Steve Sizemore, he's out front, trying to control both lanes as he gets a good shove there from Alex Teft in that number 43 machine. He's trying to get Sizemore back out front in front of Luttrell, which he will, and now it's the battle of the orange cars for that 2nd spot. No, they're going to try to stick it 3 wide. Luttrell lets up just a little bit to allow Sizemore back down in front. But now Alex Teft, he's looking to retake the lead, getting a good push here from Curtis Ecker into that number 8 machine, who's got Alan Wild right there on his back bumper, and Mikey Allen in the 67 making his way back up into the top 10.
A good run for Mikey today.
Yeah, I mean, we did see Mikey Allen backwards on the front straightaway about 15 laps ago, but here he is now back into the top 10. I mean, Technically, you don't need fenders to win at restrictor plate racing, which we found out with Tyler Reddick on Sunday.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I didn't have him picked for the first 2 in a row.
No.
I didn't really even have him in the super speedway conversation, but I guess he needs to be there.
No, I knew that. I knew he's quick at super speedways. You know, like you have those good handful of drivers that are quick at super speedways. So he's always usually on my radar. But he's also one of those drivers that always gets screwed. But luckily, the first 2 races of the NASCAR season, he's gone back to back.
Patrick leading a charge up top in that bright blue truck. They're gonna need some more trucks to make it work. But...
Yeah, it's just those 2 trucks out there, and that side draft only can work so much. And right now, he's able to work it to his advantage at the moment, as he's now running side by side here with Truth Hoke for that 10th spot, along with Chris Gotzel. But he's able to make it work so far, just actually not losing any time or anything on the outside there. And boom, right there, he uses that side draft, and he just rockets out in front to the next row. Man, really good racing. Alex Teff looks like he's going to try to take over the race lead here. He's not able to get down in front of Steve Sizemore. But he will get completely cleared now here on up in turn 1. But that inside lane is just coming back firing with the 36 of Steven Luttrell. And now they are back side by side for the race lead. There's that big strong push on the outside. Steven Luttrell Alex Teff now completely clear. And so is Curtis Ecker and Alan Wild not clear. And they will abandon Wild back in that second row. But here comes that outside lane now, as they have 3 drivers up top. They're looking to make some noise further up towards the top 5. And of course, as soon as I say that, they kind of stall out a little bit on me.
Steve Sizemore is not content with riding today. He wants to lead.
Yeah. He's trying so hard to get that side draft off of Luttrell there on the exit of turn 2. He's just not able to make it happen.
I don't like the lead at the end of these. I just feel like a sitting duck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like to be, I don't know, 3rd, 5th or something, so I can get a run, make a move. But...
It can usually go one of 2 ways for you if you're the race leader on the final lap. It's either you're going to win it or you're going to get crashed trying to keep it.
And the other thing is use more fuel. So if they do need to stop, I don't think they do. But you know, they might be saving for a Green-White-Checkered or something, but burn more fuel up there, then your stops are slower. So yeah, fun to lead, but sometimes it's smarter just to stay.
Yeah,
he's got himself back up there.
Like in the middle of the race, you know, I don't mind leading, but I would really rather be right about 3rd on the final lap, because at that point I can push the guy in front of me, or I can fake him out, get back behind the race leader, get 2nd, then make my run for the win. So that's where I'd rather be for in the final lap.
There's this idea too that if you're up front, you're gonna, you know, not be involved in any trouble. But we saw earlier, Steve Sizemore get wrecked from the lead down the backstretch. So,
oh yeah,
it can happen up here too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I had my shot to win the Daytona 500 a couple weeks ago, and I made a late move coming to the white flag, and I just got drilled from behind and
Oh
put me up into
no!
the. Oh!
I think
One, two, car.
oh,
Save it! No!
so close.
Almost saved it, and caution will come out.
It's a
Hold
darker
on to
truck.
it,
I'm trying to see
Castle.
the number. Is that the 29, Matthew?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a darker truck too. It's with Patrick Millette, Mike Fudge, and Brett Bray.
Yeah. Look at Mike
Mike
Fudge get a good run here on the inside.
kind of
It's
comes way
all
up
the
the
way.
track, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
he might have thought he was just too wide going up to the middle. That was kind of strange.
Oh,
Wow.
oh.
Sean just, barely.
Ah,
A little bit of contact, but could have been a lot
yeah.
worse.
Yeah. He shouldn't have too much damage on the front end of that 0-1 machine.
Yeah. You
Yeah, as
should
we
know
run
he's
on the
there.
board.
He's running up. I mean, he's sees him the whole way. He's running up on him. So I don't know. I just goofed and got off the bottom a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the front end of that 0-1 machine. He looks. He does have a little bit of damage there, but it shouldn't affect him too much.
It kind of looks like it's been mowing the lawn.
Oh yeah.
The other side of it, the left side.
Oh God, who was that?
The trucks down Perry Road definitely are not going to need to worry about fuel as long as you've planned enough of a margin. There's more than enough space in the tank to make it to the end of this thing. Just a matter of how close you're guessing.
Yeah. Now let me see here.
Even Luttrell's having a really good day too.
All right, let's see here.
It appears Philip got the lucky dog, and I believe John is going to take a wave around here, so we're going to have all 31 trucks back on the lead lap. Not a lot of attrition today.
Sam Mayer.
Oh,
So what we're talking about is Sam Mayer destroying the front end of his car going through the grass at Atlanta post-race after congratulating Sheldon Creed on his win. Which I have to say I'm very happy for Sheldon. It was definitely a very, very long time coming for him.
he looks like he's been working out or something. Paid off this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Curtis won our Sunday race. Sunday morning, we were at Atlanta. Another drafting type track. I think this is the best I've seen Mikey Allen run. Also, he's been hanging right up front the whole race. Other than the one moment, sliding through the infield a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely doing really good in that number 67 machine. Talking about, the Sunday series, we are off this weekend, but, we have a big event coming up on Saturday. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, Saturday, our women's race. It's going to be Saturday at 8:30. We're using the old SRX cars at Michigan, so it's a lot of fun. A lot of wives, daughters, mothers trying it out for the first time for fun, and it's going to be broadcasted, so be able to watch along, and just looking forward to it. And then Sunday morning, going to open it up to everybody, so the guys can go out too, and that one's at 11 in the morning.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun, seeing what the ladies of our series can do at Michigan.
My sister's going out, and not really sure about loaning her my 98 car, but I guess I'll trust her this time.
Definitely going one heck of a drive for them. I'm excited to see what they can do. But we are back green flag racing here at Talladega. Stephen Luttrell, Steve Sizemore will bring him back to the green flag, and Steve Sizemore still running very strong on the outside by himself, but barely squeezes himself down in between Ecker and Luttrell. So that will put them there single file, and here comes Ecker. He's not going to sit content running third. He wants to race lead. He's going to get help from Alex Teft in that number 43 as they make their way around the outside here with the help from Alan Wild in that number 33 machine. But just a little bit further back, we do have some help in that third lane for Barry Nelson, as they kind of stalled out there on the outside. But it looks like Ecker here is now contending for the lead. He may have led that lap. Yep, he did lead that last lap, so really good push out of Alex Teft in that machine. Curtis Ecker, I do want to point out, he started back in that 32nd spot. He's came all the way up to
Barry going up on his side.
And that's going to bring out another caution.
I guess I misspoke because John Stone was still a lap down, but looks like he may get the lucky dog now.
Don't sound too happy about that, Christian.
So Barry get turned on the back. Yeah, I guess just a push going wrong on the entry of 3. Seems like the 96 kind of reacts to Allen moving up, and yeah, just pushing. It's gonna happen once in a while. It looks like Barry was actually stuck on the embankment for a moment. Oh, he had to tow. His car was kind of angled on the banking so that the wheels weren't touching the ground. To about 20 to go. Yeah, that's most place on the 22 for fault. Just push gone wrong.
Yeah.
But that's his first one, so that'll just be an EOL end-to-end penalty. Two laps to go here.
Yep.
Some long pace laps, but not much to talk about strategy-wise. Everybody should be pretty good on fuel. Tires won't really help you. It's all just track position and racing at this point. Staying out of trouble. Never know how many Green-White-Checkers you get at the end of this thing. It may come down to just, who's got a fast repair left or who's made too much contact where they hit the incident cap. So Aaron Roth is now up to 18. So like one more decent impact or something, and iRacing will disqualify him from the session. Barry Nelson still has a meatball, but he had to tow, so that makes sense. There's actually 5 drivers that have touched nothing at all. That's Stephen Luttrell, Curtis Ecker, Joe Boehner, Jack Kelly, and Brandon Zimmerman.
Yeah, Zimmerman, he's back in that 25th spot at the moment, but he's definitely been keeping his nose clean and staying out of trouble today.
Which lane would you pick here, Mike, if you had to choose as the leader?
Honestly, I would probably be down on the inside there with Stephen Luttrell.
Makes sense. He's always strong everywhere.
Because exactly. While he's pretty quick, but sometimes I feel like his pushes can be, wild. So I would rather have that stability behind me with Stephen Luttrell.
Curtis and Alex are teammates. They weren't able to pick in a way that kind of lined them up, so see if they can work this out somehow where they can stay working together. Gotta be careful not to change lanes before the start-finish line, though, because we saw some penalties for that earlier. Coming back to the green flag here. Pace car is approaching the pit entry. About to pull off. Now, Curtis is our control car here, so he'll launch first in the zone. Not quite there yet. You'll see the painted zone on the apron. Good launch by Curtis. No real opportunity for Alex to tuck down behind him. Maybe behind Steve, but top line seems to be moving pretty well. A little bit of a gap on the top back to the 92, so that'll hurt their momentum a little bit, but we have to watch for them to stack here as that gap closes. Timothy's actually going to bring it to the third lane, but nobody went with him, so he may get flushed to the back here. Looks like Kensley's willing to work with him up there. He's going to fall back to him.
Yeah, that second lane there seems like they're having a little trouble moving with Alan Wild there out front of that second lane. I'm not sure if his truck is capable to lead out up top there, but they're definitely trying to get back moving towards the front of the field in that middle lane.
Coming down to about 15 to go. You have to push so hard with the recent aero updates and stuff to get the top line to work. Just kind of bound to see some mistakes here. Everything just kind of ratchet up lap after lap. It's all about points this season. Top 16 points make it into the chase later in the season. Some guys used to look forward to these to secure a win to guarantee their spot, but you can't count on that anymore, so bad finish can really hurt you. Yeah, top line just needs more people to go with it. Kensley's up there and everybody knows he's strong at these, so you might see some guys choose to go up there and work with him. Doesn't matter if he's the leader or the pusher, his line's usually going to go somewhere, but he needs the trucks to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry about that. And it looks like Steve Sizemore, he's now looking to take over that race lead from Alex Tefton at number 43. But that far outside lane, they're starting to move forward some just a little bit here on that middle lane as well.
And his leaders are kind of playing a little bit of leapfrog up here. Steve's been real aggressive about making sure he stays up front, and he's gotten pretty good at it. He may have to start managing some lanes here, which is when it gets kind of tough, and trying not to make a late block. But it's still pretty early on. If it's me, I'm not blocking a whole lot yet. There's just still a lot of distance to go.
Yeah,
they're actually building a little bit of a gap there. They might get too far out, and these guys will get a run.
Yeah, I mean, we are now within 15 laps to go, and these pushes are definitely going to become more intense. They're going to become harder. So everybody's going to have to really be on their toes here, and in the pushes that they do give to the trucks in front.
Yeah, that top line was just not working, so we saw Kensley bail to the middle, but like you saw an opportunity to lead the top lane instead, so he's taking that, and they've got a pretty good charge right now.
Oh yeah, Kensley, he knows who he likes to have behind him, and right now it's going to be that number 14 of Patrick Millett behind him, and those drivers, they do kind of work well together. As you see Sizemore, they're trying to control all three lanes at the moment. as you see them come back down into the middle and lower lanes, but here comes that outside lane now working themselves up to that 6th spot. And now that outside lane is coming in with the heavy head of steam here, and you can expect those guys jump out to that 3rd lane and start working on the outside here of Truth Hope, as they are looking for the race lead here, possibly coming out of turn number 2 this next time by.
Yeah, Steve kind of lost his ability to jump in front of the top lane. Kensley may have a run at the lead here. Might be able to jump up now, but have to be quick.
I thought the 15 was going to go inside of Tef there for a second, but he's going to go ahead and stick right behind Alex, and he's going to push Alex right up next to the race leader. So these guys are going to have a good head of steam here coming out of turn number 4, heading towards the tri-oval. But Sizemore, he goes up and he's going to take that block, and now they're going to be pushing really hard here. Steve Sizemore gets left out to hang. He's going to get back up in front of Teft. He's not clear, so he's going to make his way back down in front of Wild, and he's going to continue to lead that inside lane. Going to cause that inside lane to check up just a little bit, and that's going to allow Alex Teft to get alongside Sizemore here on the exit of turn number 2. And now it's a 2-on-2 battle for the race lead here down the back straightaway. As you see the 14 to Patrick Millett on that outside lane, he's looking to try to get on the outside of the 15 here of Kensley Smith, but not able to do anything with it just yet. But here they come out of turn number 4. They're getting a decent good head of steam on that outside lane versus Kensley Smith on that inside lane. And now Millett, he's going to be on the outside, and now we have a 3-way battle here for that 3rd spot.
Kind of intrigued by Sean Dunaway all the way in the back. He must be convinced these guys are going to wreck. He's just waiting for it. But he's our defending champion, so maybe there's something to it. Got some guys making slight contact with the wall there down the backstretch in the top lane. It's kind of hard to see the wall when you're right up on somebody's bumper pushing them.
You definitely got to be careful with that. And Alex Teft slipped up just a little bit, and Smith could have taken the run, but he decided not to. So he's just going to stay right there behind Alex Teft and continue to push him as we are coming down to 9 laps to go this time by. These guys know that it's go time, and here comes that outside lane of Patrick Millett and company. Oh, Millett gets carted into the wall and upside down.
That's not the birthday present he was looking for. It looks like Aaron Roth hit the incident cap and was disqualified. Truth's going to have to tow here. Barry Nelson's got a black flag for damage. Rowan Lloyd, Steve Castle.
Take a look here.
Castle's at the point where one more decent piece of contact would remove him. Pretty crazy roll.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Brett Bray was doing. I feel like Brett Bray was possibly kind of just. I feel like he was pinching. Hard hit there.
Sounds like this may have been pinned on the 61.
Yeah. If we slow it down here, yeah, I feel like the 61, he I don't what?
He may have just requested a EOL. I did see he got an EOL.
Yeah, can we jump up a couple trucks here to right about where the 1 is?
Oh, there might be some net code there between the 14 and the 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because, like,
Oh, no, there is a little contact.
yeah, the 14 definitely came down into the 6.
It's He's starting to get spun also. Yeah, either the 14 or the 6, depending on how you look at it,
Yep.
or maybe
And it,
both.
yeah, and it will go on the 14 here of Patrick Millett.
I think he is angled a little bit more toward the 6 than vice versa, but coming down to about 5 to go, maybe 4 to go when we get back going.
Yeah, so they're on 2 to go now. Stidham's getting his lead lap back. And then they'll come back around. Yeah, we'll have 5 laps to go when we go back green flag racing.
Matthew Miles in the 29 is somebody that's new to the league, so nice to see him up there having some success. And I don't know much about him, but we're going to see how he what his plan is here at the end of this, I guess. Never tried the Black Rifle coffee, but I see it everywhere, so I might have to do that sometime.
Yeah, I like it. No, that's like death coffee or something like that. Yeah, Death Wish. I tried them once and I'm like, no, I can't. It's a very. I mean, I'm not trying to knock my ex-wife here, but she tried it once because of her favorite band, Coheed and Cambria. She absolutely fell in love with the Death Wish coffee. So I tried it once. I'm like, no, you can keep it. She goes, good, more for me. I'm like, yeah, definitely more for you. But Black Rifle coffee, though, I do like Black Rifle. That they did.
So Alex is the control car for this restart. He chose the top. I was thinking he might stay on the bottom.
Well, what I can see him doing is getting a good jump here on Kensley and then coming down in front of Kensley.
Yeah, sometimes it's the restart zone is so far away from the line, so it can be tough to time it so that you can get down in front of them. I like the bottom because it seems to get a good launch initially, and then the top gets a good run down the back. And I think I'd rather start low and then try to move up in front of the top somewhere down, near the backstretch.
Yeah.
That's just me.
So I have Steve Sizemore, Matt Miles. Well, seeing how well Matt Miles has been running today, I don't think you can go wrong with one of those 2 trucks behind you.
It feels like all these guys have a shot at it. It's been a mix of leaders. not sure what they even call the restart zone anymore. It used to be Geico. I think it's something else now.
Echo Park. But then here at Talladega, I believe it's United Rentals. Yeah, United Rental. And we are back green flag racing here at Talladega. 5 laps to go this time by. Alex Tuff, he got a really good start there, but Steve Sizemore right there on his back bumper. They're both going to come down in front of Kensley Smith, and they're going to leave that 8 machine of Curtis Ecker hanging to himself on the outside. But here comes that 67 of Mikey Allen coming to this back bumper. He's looking to make some sort of happiness happen there on the outside. And now you got that 707 of Chris Gotzel. He's going to join that party on the outside as they're going to start making their way back on the outside here of Steve Luttrell in that number 36 machine. But as of right now, it's all in the hands of Alex Teft out front. Stephen Luttrell, he's going to pop up in front of that number 8 machine of Curtis Ecker. And now they are going to start making their way to the outside. But here comes Steve Sizemore. He's going to jump up in front. He's going to take over the race lead as he gets a good push here out of Luttrell. Let's see what Sizemore does. He's going to stay right there on top with Luttrell at the moment. Now we have probably 6 or 7 of the best restrictor plate drivers in Racer Elite here out front here in the closing laps here. As you see the 08 and 36 of Steve Sizemore and Steve Luttrell, they're going to clear Alex Teft, come down in front of Teft. And now Teft, he's possibly looking to go for a run on the outside. There he goes out of turn number 4. And the 15 of Kensley Smith is going to join him. And now they're going to make a run for the race lead here in the Tri-Oval as we're coming around to 3 laps to go this time by. And right now it's back in the hands of Alex Teft in that number 43 machine. To the outside, he gets cleared. The 15 not able to get clear. But Teft, he's going to leave Kensley Smith to the outside. But Kensley Smith says, no worries. I still got Curtis Ecker behind me. As he's going to get a good run here out of turn number 2. Now they're going to run side by side down the back straight away for that second spot. It looks like Ecker has cleared him. Mikey Allen, he's clear of Alex Teft as well. We'll see how much I talk about you, Andrew. Here they come out of turn number 4. It is still in the hands of Kensley Smith. He is going to try to keep that number 8 machine of Curtis Ecker behind him. He's going to control this lead as Mikey Allen, he's going to make a run on the inside here of Curtis Ecker. And now it's going to be interesting to see what Kensley Smith does here as they have 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Now the anticipation of this race is now in full swing. The anxiety is going through the roof. Mikey Allen looking to take over the race lead here out of turn number 2 from one of the best here in Racer Elite of Kensley Smith. Trouble in the back, and we're going to have a caution, I think.
Oh, now we do.
Yep, caution. Mike Fudge in that number 2 machine. He went around for a spin out of turn number 2, and that's going to bring us into our green-white-checkered.
Similar kind of paint schemes.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 got off the front bumper of that number 10 of Kirby Wainscott. And Kyle Hess, not much where to go. The 99 of Archibald sneaking his way through.
Going a little on the longer side. This will be our one of 3 possible green-white-checkered attempts. If we make it back to the white line, probably. I mean, we won't see another one. It's got to be a yellow before the white flag in order to have another one.
I don't think it's often that we see these guys need to use that second and third green-white-checkered attempt. Normally, they if they do crash, it's normally, on the back straightaway of the final lap or in 3 and 4. But sometimes they will crash in the tri-oval, but to the point where the leader already sees that white flag. So it's not very often that we go, double overtime.
All
right.
We'll have to see how many green and white checkers these guys plan for fuel-wise.
Yeah.
Did see some takers down pit road.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to flip it on you now. You're Kensley Smith. Who do you want behind you?
It's been working with Alex most of the day, so if he took outside, he would wind up with Alex. But I still like my initial plan, like we were talking about last yellow. Was starting on the bottom and just trying to jump in front of the top lane, probably off of turn 2 or somewhere down the backstretch.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Curtis Ecker's no slouch in the restart zones either. He just won on Sunday, like we were mentioning. Both of them are really good choices.
I want to point out here, no matter what happens from this point on with Mikey Allen, he has been an absolute beast here today at Talladega in that number 67 machine.
Chris Gaxel's up here in 6th also.
Yeah, Chris Gotzel, he's also one that he usually gets involved in incidents and normally is out of it, but I mean, yeah, he's up there in that 6th spot, so he's doing a really good job today. Frank Chavez in that number 23 as well in his Raptor Ford. He's looking very, very strong. And then our newcomer of Matt Miles in that number 29 machine, he's doing a phenomenal job here today as well.
Still hanging in there.
Yeah. All right. Coming across the line, it looks like Kensley Smith, he's going to choose the inside lane here.
I don't know who to pick at the end of this. Steve Sizemore's led a lot of laps today. He's right there running a P5 on the inside. Could be any one of these guys with the right move.
I don't know.
It's about 5 miles. That's a long way. A lot can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if it might be tough to get that third lane formed in 2 laps. But if there's any kind of checkup, third lane could work.
Here on this restart, I'm going to have to pull for that Mikey Allen in that 67. He's in a really, really, really good spot here to win this race. And let me tell you what, that could just be this could be the race that he wins that can absolutely turn around his whole entire mentality as of late. I know he's struggled. He's definitely always got fans out in the chat every single week. And I have to root for Mikey Allen here the last couple of laps.
Yeah, we always love seeing first-time winners.
And the fact that we have everybody still on track except 2, maybe 3 drivers, this is absolutely unreal. And we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Talladega. Mikey Allen, Kensley Smith will bring them back to the green flag. And we are back green flag racing. Kensley Smith out to a really good jump there. As you see the 67 of Mikey Allen finally getting a good push out from that number 23 of Alex Teft. Still wet. As you see them now work on the outside here of Curtis Ecker down the back straightaway. What kind of a push can Alex Teft give to Mikey Allen here on the back straightaway? He's now going to be running side by side with your race leader heading up here into turn number 3. But Kensley Smith, he will get back out in front just a little bit here. Mikey Allen trying to hold on for dear life, getting one heck of a push from that number 43 of Alex Teft. Coming into the tri-oval, we're going to see the white flag this time by Steve Sizemore. He's going to jump out. He's looking for the win. The 57 is around, and we got trouble heading into the start-finish line, and we are going to stay green flag racing. The 77, he's around. The 12 is involved in this one. Pure chaos absolutely ensued. Jumping back here to your race lead. Kensley Smith is out front. He's up in front of Steve Sizemore, that 8 machine. Curtis Ecker looking for some help, but not able to get it done. Here comes that 43 of Alex Teft now to the inside. Kensley Smith, he's going down for the block. The 43 gets right back onto the back bumper of the 15. Now, side by side for that second spot, Steve Sizemore has no help. Chris Gotzel looking for his best finish of the day. He's looking to come home third, but now he's got his content with Curtis Ecker in that number 8 machine. Kensley Smith to the outside, contact between the 08 and the 43. They're going to keep themselves straight, nice and easy here. Contact, Kensley Smith, the 08 is around. And the winner is going to be Kensley Smith with the win. Alex Teft barely sneaking by in that second spot. Stephen Luttrell will bring it home third. And Chris Gotzel, he will just miss it in that 707 machine. But he will bring it home fourth. And Steve Sizemore will bring it home fifth. I'm sorry. My heart absolutely breaks for Mikey Allen in that number 67 machine, who found himself sideways on the front stretch coming to the white flag.
Five 100ths of a second margin of victory.
That was a very, very close finish there.
For a moment, I thought Kensley was going to spin too, and Alex might snag this one, but Kensley did a good job reeling it back in there.
Yeah, I could have swore Kensley was going to go around. But Chris Gotzel, he's going to come out here and celebrate his 4th place finish as well. I can't blame Chris for this. He had one hell of a ride today. But he's going to come down and he's going to burn it down with your race winner, Kensley Smith. God, that's got to be feeling good for Chris Gotzel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is 2 in a row for him.
Yeah. He's trying to. Andrew, should we tell him about what Tyler Reddick did? Tyler Reddick, he did a backwards burnout after winning Atlanta on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Never have I ever seen that before. Don't hit the wall. Really cool, really good finish there, and let's go ahead and take a look here at our race results. After 79 laps here at Talladega, Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine brought it home first. Alex Teff will bring it home second. Chris Gotzel will bring it home third. Stephen Luttrell will bring it home fourth. Steve Sizemore will bring it home fifth. Curtis Ecker will bring it home sixth. Brandon Zimmerman will bring it home seventh. Alan Wild will bring it home eighth. Patrick Millett will bring it home ninth. And Rowan Lloyd will round out your top 10. 11th, we have Sean Dunaway with Jack Kelly. Brett Bray, Philip Archibald, Frank Chavez will round out your top 15. Kyle Hess, Kirby Wainscott, Mike Fudge, Brandon Biddy, and Blair Holloman will come home 20th in that number 32 machine. 21st is going to be Timothy Eisburn with Joseph Bonner, Alex Gates, Matthew Miles, Jonathan Stidham, Mikey Allen, Brandon Sanfilippo, Steve Castle, Truth Hope, Aaron Roth will round out your top 30. And rounding out the field today, it's going to be that number 96 of Barry Nelson. Yeah, that 98 driver of Andrew Teft, he's a piece of work. Can't even complete a lap before blowing his engine. No, I'm kidding.
He's really got to work on it.
You got to give Andrew a little bit of hard time here.
Yeah, it's all good.
But man, overall, what a phenomenal race here today. What if an incredible final 2 laps. And let's go ahead and talk with our top 3 drivers. Yeah, so it does look like Chris Gotzel, he did get that 3rd spot. So let's go ahead and talk with Chris Gotzel, driver of that number 707 machine. Chris, it's Mike and Andrew up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Chris. A very long time coming for you in that number 707 machine. Every time we come out, you're always getting caught up in other people's mess, but today you avoided carnage and you came home 3rd. What's the emotion for you coming home 3rd here with Racer Elite?
It's fantastic. It's been a long journey. Definitely had to earn it. It's one of the hardest leagues. That's basically all I can say.
Yeah, definitely a lot of really good talent here in Racers Elite, and now you finally made your way onto the podium. I'll say deep down, dude, I am so proud of you. How much you've grown the last couple of seasons, and now here you are, a top 3 winner here in Racer Elites in the trucks. So we're very excited to see what you can do. But how was your truck overall during this whole entire race, and what do you look forward to next week?
Truck was great. I've just learned to be patient, keep it clean, and just, patience, and just try to stay out of the damage zone.
Yeah, next week we do head to Kentucky, and what's your experience over at Kentucky, and do you think you could possibly come back with another top 3?
Man, I feel like I'm still a novice driver, and I probably should go put in some practice over there.
Absolutely. Andrew, do you have any questions for Chris?
No, just great job. We'll really help you out in the point standings. Just taking a look at those at the moment. You actually jumped up 10 spots with this result, so great job, and we'll pass it to you for your shoutouts.
Yeah, thank you guys, Racers Elite. Great league, and just a bunch of great drivers, man. Everybody just kept it clean tonight, and I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, definitely a really good run for you overall, man, and congratulations on your 3rd place here at Talladega, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week when we head over to Kentucky.
I'm excited already. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place driver of that number 707 machine, Chris Gotzel, will bring it home third. Let's go ahead and talk with our runner-up driver of that number 43 Racer Elite of Alex Teft. Andrew, go ahead and take it away, buddy.
Mr. Alex, walk us through your last few laps there, and what were you thinking? Did it play out how you think you thought, or it's kind of a tongue twister how you think you thought? But just walk us through.
Yeah, no, I was hoping Hensley had taken the outside, but he ended up taking the inside on the restart. We actually got a decent jump, but I just couldn't get the push to where I really wanted to, and then ended up jumping down to the inside at some point. I was just playing both lanes. I knew Kensley was going to be fast, so I was just trying to work with him until the very last second. So hence why I dropped down on that last lap to get below Sizemore. And then I figured Kensley would pull down too, and I was hoping to get a big push to clear Sizemore, and then coming out of 4, I was going to pull out to the outside, but I just couldn't get clear. Sizemore did a good job side drafting me in that corner to really pull me back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, of course, the accident at the end, and hopefully, I was hoping that it would slow Kensley up enough so I could sneak through, but didn't work out.
Yeah, I thought you had it for a moment. It looked like he was going to lose it toward the infield, and I gathered it back up there. But what was the mindset behind choosing the top on the restart before?
I was just the same thing. I was just wanting to work with Kensley because I know he had worked with me for a good chunk of the race, and he was pushing me real good. So I was hoping to get a real good jump and then pull down. But like Sizemore was fast all race too, so he ended up getting down below Kensley as well. So it kind of worked out perfectly where I had them both behind me, and yeah, that was the main goal, was just try to get a good jump and work with Kensley.
Yeah, it makes sense. Mike, do you got anything for Alex?
No, just what an incredible day for you. Started in the back and just, you did the thing that the Teft brothers like to do, and it's be at the front at the very end. And just another incredible run. Next week, we're heading over to Kentucky. What's your thoughts about next week in Kentucky, and what's the odds of you bringing home a win there?
Just happy to be going to a normal oval. Been doing a lot of pack style racing lately, so it'll be nice to get back to something a little more plain. In Kentucky, I expect it to be kind of a tire saving type race, so I'll be looking to have a nice long run car, and then yeah, try to get it up front.
Definitely. All right, let me go ahead and throw it to you for your thanks, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, thanks to you guys in the Race Elite Network booth on the show. Thank the league itself, Race Elite, and yeah, thank the Chick Coop teammates. We didn't really get to work with each other too much throughout that race, but all the cautions and whatnot, so we never got green flag pit stops. So the strategy didn't really come into too much play. And yeah, thank the friends and the viewers that watch all the time, and my wife.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place here today at Talladega, and we'll see you next week in Kentucky.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 43 Racers Elite machine, that's going to be Alex Teft. Let's go ahead and bring up your race winner, driver of that number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevy, Kensley Smith. Kensley's Mike and Andrew up in the booth. Got a copy?
I do.
Well, Kensley, you did it once again here on the Super Speedways. You came back-to-back wins to start off this season for the Tuesday Night Truck Series race, or series, I should say. Walk us through your day coming up through the field, not once but twice, and what was going through your mind coming to the checkered flag as you're getting ready to go sideways?
It's, 3 and 4 was kind of scary. I had a big jump on Sizemore and Alex there, so I was just trying to gauge off who had the better run coming out of the corner, and to start with, it was Sizemore, and then he tried to go low in front of Alex, but he wasn't clear, so I was like, okay. momentum will go back to the bottom because he's wiggling too much. He ended up getting beside me. And then I got doored, which I don't think it was Sizemore's fault. I think he got a bump and dropped down and doored me. But they definitely would have had me if the wreck didn't happen there. If Sizemore didn't get turned, and yeah, it was just kind of nerve wracking and just trying to figure out where to put my truck at, and 3 and 4 was just something I really needed to gauge and figure out what line I needed to jump in front of.
All right. Next week, we're getting away from super speedway racing, and we're gonna go to Kentucky. What's your experience over at Kentucky here in these trucks, and what's it gonna take for you to go three-peat to start the season?
Just practice a little bit. It's been a while since I've raced a truck at Kentucky, so probably gonna jump in a little bit early before session and do some practice laps and figure out where my tires are and stuff like that. And just really, that's really where I'm at with every race. Is I don't. The only time I really race is in the league, so uh, I'll just have to figure it out as I go, really, and hopefully I'll end up towards the front at the end.
Definitely sounds like a really good plan for next week. Andrew, do you got anything for our race winner?
No, I just wanted to say good run. You got yourself a 9-point buffer over Alex in the standings, and points are critical this season with no more winning you're in. So just nice job, and we'll pass it to you for your shoutouts.
Thank you. Of course, you guys in the booth for broadcasting it. This is definitely going to be a fun one to rewatch, and with all the wrecks and going back and seeing myself get taken out earlier in the race and then having to fight back a little bit. It's going to be a fun one to rewatch, and I know with you guys in the booth, it'll make it that much better. Of course, you, Andrew, for putting all this together, racing every night of the week, and everything that you do for the league. We all appreciate it. Of course, my wife and my daughter, like I said earlier, going to be a fun one to rewatch, and they're going to be sitting right there watching it with me. So, and of course, all my guys at Driving Extreme Inc. Wasn't really able to work with them a lot. We were just in different places when runs started to happen and stuff like that. Most of us got in line on the same lap we got taken out, so that was kind of a bummer. We had a chance to work together, and it didn't work out. But thanks to all my guys at Driving Extreme.
Yeah, congratulations once again, Kensley, on your race win here at Talladega, buddy. And we'll see you next week when we head over to Kentucky Speedway.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, driver of that number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, Kensley Smith. Andrew, what are your thoughts about today's race, man?
Yeah, I knew. I obviously picked Kensley to win. So I knew he's strong at these type of tracks, but just impressed he's been able to go back to back the first couple weeks here, and looking forward to seeing Kentucky from this perspective. Maybe I'll learn something watching these guys' lines there, because that's one of my my weaker tracks. But looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, definitely. For me, Kentucky, I got a big love-hate relationship with that place, as I think I only have one win there in the Cup Series, and it may look like an easy track, but it's definitely one of the hardest tracks to save tires on. So I think tire saving next week is going to be very important. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us this week here at Talladega. Next week, again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head over to Kentucky Speedway right here on Racers Elite Network. Same time, going green at 7:45. You'll find us at Racers Elite Network right here on YouTube. If you guys like what you see, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get all our notifications. If you're interested in joining us for all of our fun races, we race almost every single night. Go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen and check us out at racerselite.com. And if you're interested in joining us, we're more than welcome to have you. Can't wait to see some new faces here in Racers Elite. So definitely check out racerselite.com and find us all over social media at Racers Elite as well. And that's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike Taylor up here in the booth with one of the best league owners that you could possibly ask for, Andrew Taft. The man behind the cameras, Christian Hill. We would also like to send out a big thanks to Whiplash Sim Cams for giving us all these beautiful views, and Christian Hill manifesting all the beautiful views and coverage that you guys saw today. So thank you so much, Christian, for giving us those beautiful views like the one you're seeing right now here on the closing laps of this race. So thank you so much, and again, you guys just come back. We'll see you guys tomorrow night when our O'Reilly Auto Part Series will hit the track tomorrow night, 7:45, same time, same place. And we will see you all next time. And always remember, no matter what you do in life, ladies and gentlemen, have fun doing it. Until next time, have yourself a beautiful time zone.